several issues surround governance, administration, fiscal solvency matters. Those are the primary ones. Certainly when you start peeling that bat, you know, it's layered with a great deal of structural issues. It's an opportunity, quite frankly, from my point of view, with accreditation to seriously take a look at all of any weaknesses that are cited and any other weaknesses that pop up as a result of the review that's being done, and be able to address them in a very upfront and clear perspective. We are accredited, okay, and until we're not accredited, we will be working very, very hard to make sure that our deficiencies are met, all the structural issues are corrected, and the opportunity to really evaluate and assess and make those corrections are critical for our survival. So can we do it? Absolutely. Absolutely, it can be done. We have to work together. We have to come together. It's an opportunity to take a look at everything at this college and across the entire district to ensure that we can address those and move forward with it. But I'm positive that the kind of work that I see the different task groups performing, the kind of analysis that are going on, the data gathering that's taking place, the very critical eye that's being looked at just about every single thing possible, that yes, we can make it. There are going to be some changes. Change is very difficult. Transformation is hard for many people. So yes, there are going to be changes. I think they're changes for the better, to be able to deliver the kind of quality education and services that citizens in this part of the area actually need. One of the biggest sightings has to do with the governance, and let me back that. It has to do with the authority of administration in working with faculty and department chairs. So there has been a reorganization for not just academic affairs, but also for student services. So yes, there are going to be some changes in terms of the restructuring of the various schools of education, if you will, here. More authority provided for the instructional deans to be able to really do the job that they should be doing as administrators in assuring that things are in place and moving forward. Fiscally, structurally, it has to change. There has to be more definitive planning, long-term planning, not short-term planning, not day-to-day. It's a little bit above $4 million, okay? But, you know, we have nearly a $200 million budget. All throughout the state and community colleges, in terms of reserves, the prudency of that should be at a minimum 5%. 5%. That means it should be closer to $10 million. And reserves are just that. They're reserves. Having to dip into a reserves is very, very challenging because it's difficult to replenish those reserves. So to get below even a minimum 5% in reserves is very, very risky for an institution of this size and an institution of this age. Look at the facilities. Walk into the restrooms. Well, and you just don't build buildings without having clear plans for sustainability in terms of upkeep, for maintenance. Absolutely. You know, I have asked the board not to move forward with that for that very reason. It does not make good judgment, if you will, in terms of moving forward on a project that has no sustainability plan whatsoever, no operating plan whatsoever, and it needs to be addressed.